saying what you're reading? Oh, Ronald Dahl? Is that the guy who did Willy Wonka? With the chocolate and the Oompa Loompas?
Oh, no. No. You did not time travel again, did you? Erin? Oh, God. You need to stop doing that. You know it freaks me out. And I don't want to talk about it. Well, yeah, I do. But it brings out my inner bitch. You know how I get when I'm bitching. Like when I don't have coffee or something. No. Yeah, man. See, there are the top 3 movies for me that were ruined when they were translated from the book. 1 is Percy Jackson. I doubt anything could get any worse than that crap. 2 is Harry Potter 6. I know a lot of fans, my friend Shannon would say that I was wrong, but no, I just hated that translation. And then, thirdly, is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It ruined my childhood. Actually, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, because, you know what? Roald Dahl's wife didn't let him choose the title because it was so away from the freaking book. I said. But see, no. Problem is, it's not like the movie was bad itself. It was just creepy. Like, when I read the book, I wasn't creeped out. It was like, I don't even know. I mean, if you think about it, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory stays more true to it. Some people may argue that it was because they had more technology back then. But, honestly, I don't know. I mean, sure, I do like the Oompa Loompa songs a bit more so than the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory one. But the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory one actually stays true to the Oompa Loompa songs that were actually written in the book. And, sure, they're a little more creepier, but it's better than the tunnel thingy. I mean, how many of you were scarred when Charlie went through that tunnel thing? Yeah, I knew it. I knew you were scared. I knew you were scared. Oh my God. No. Yeah, I'm done. Where the frick did you come from? No, I don't want to hear your thing with Doctor Who or whatever it is.
Actually,
the
15th century.
It's funny. No. See, this is stress relief.
Calvin and
Well,
Hobbes?
yes, Calvin and Hobbes. Who doesn't like Calvin and Hobbes? You don't like Calvin and Hobbes.
I like Calvin and Hobbes.
Right, you do. Sorry, pal.
We love you, Calvin.
I don't want to do this. I feel like I have to, but I don't want to, and it's just.
Okay,
No. I don't know where you've been. Don't want to know. So don't touch.
Oh.
Like money. Except for your dirt.
How am I dirtier than money?
Touch. You know that back in the past, they did not have good cleaning systems. They did not clean the streets.
But
I don't care.
Out of the 14th century.
I don't care. Even then, it was still dirty. 17th century, they still had some health problems. Also, yeah.
I say that was the 14th century. I did not bring you to Black Death, Sammy.
This is the Roald Dahl review of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie, book, and horrible reproduction of a breed that failed to believe. Roald Dahl basically wrote this back in the day, and you know, it's one of his most memorable stories. I mean, maybe Matilda can somewhat comprehend with it, but this is a book that really made it for him. Now, I don't know how many of you have actually read the book. I think a number of you, because in 2nd grade, I think it was a requirement for my school, but I'm not sure about you guys. Oh, Erin's telling me not for her. Wow, Mr. Small. Anyway, basically, kid is a great chocolate mateer kind of person who can invent all these crazy candies, like ice cream that can't melt, tasty wallpaper, gobstoppers, gum that's like a dinner, and he's really famous. But then people start trying to steal his shit, and then he's like, no, get out. And he fires all his workers because they were the spies that were leaking out information. Hires little munchkins and decides that he needs a new owner just because he feels like he's dying. So then, midlife crisis, he sends out 5 golden tickets all around the world, and all these greedy children, except for Charlie, find them. And Charlie's a poor boy who lives across the street from the factory and smells the chocolate every single day, and it's torture for him. Poor kid. But anyway, goes on an adventure, all the kids wind up dropping like flies, and then there was one, and it was Charlie, and he won! He won the factory, went away in a glass elevator, and that's the end of the book. So, let's get to, what I think a movie would require to make a successful version of the book. Basically, you could knock out a couple of there's some weird parts in it that were describing basically nothing, and that's just Roald Dahl. Like, he would have fun with just a whole paragraph of nothing and turn it into a Dr. Seussified spectacular. But really, you should keep everything the same because it was a relatively short book. It was short, simplistic, had goals, it made kids love it, you know? It was just easy to follow along, but yet both these movies seem to fail on both aspects. But I find that the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory version succeeded more than the other one. I guess I'll move on to the movie now, but first movie, basically, a lot of the issues with it was that it was, how do I put it? It was one of those movies that they couldn't do as much as they could because of the time. In the 70s, they couldn't make all that stuff with the movies, so they did the best they could. But there were some aspects that weren't excusable. The whole entire point of it is the fact that Charlie was a good kid. And they added this subplot with having all the little kids trying to sell out Willy Wonka's chocolate factory by getting whatever his name was. I don't want to remember it, don't tell me, Erin. The gobstoppers, they would give them to the guy. Can you toss it? Woo! That was a bad toss. That was better! They would sell out the gobstoppers to him, which looked like nuclear magnets, which is really weird. Like, it was just weird. But they basically fell out to him, and Charlie was the only one who didn't. But he took the soda, which wound up screwing him over in the end. But the problem is, in the book, he didn't take the soda. He was the only good kid, and the whole plot line with the selling out was wrong. I mean, yeah, there was that little airy thing, and there's a possibility that could have happened if you're one of those people. But honestly, the whole entire reason was that you were supposed to avoid temptation. What Willy Wonka wanted to do was have a kid who was going to be like walking past the chocolate fountain, not try and drink it, be able to walk past gum and not chew it, walk past a TV and try not to be in it, and or watch it. You know, he wanted a kid that would be able to resist temptation and be good. And Charlie was that kid, but then you have him drink soda. What's the point? I mean, you just prove him wrong in the end. You show Willy Wonka's office thing, and it was just, I don't know. And then there's the geese thing instead of squirrels, which I can understand because squirrels can be temperamental. Plus, the grandparents were very forgettable. Like, in the book, they had all their personalities and stuff, and it just forgot it. Well, in the newer version, they clearly had characteristics, not necessarily in the book, like Aunt Josephine wasn't a crazy woman, but I thought that was very charming. I really liked that aspect of the thing. It was really cute to have her say, chicken soup, in the middle of a conversation. And then have her be the wise one, or something. But the new version, it did a better job of capturing Charlie. Like, there are some people who say that it should have been switched around, the names, because they got Charlie better in Charlie and the Chocolate, and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory than they did in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That's wrong. Charlie is supposed to be a saint. He's not supposed to be some little kid running around going, I want to drink soda and fly into a van and get chopped into a million pieces and make pizza. And then give it to my family because they're starving. No. Roald Dahl's wife didn't let them take the name, and that's the reason why they changed it, because she thought it was a horrible version of it, and I couldn't help but agree. I mean, she probably read that book religiously a lot, or heard about it a lot at a dinner table.